So the day has arrived, the moment has finally come when one of our viewers has taken the time and investment to actually ask me to discuss something. I'm very excited and I'm finally beginning to interact with all of our wonderful viewers. And I really hope that this is the start of something great. Now the question posed, however, causes a slight dilemma, being my first crush, because I'm pretty cynical. And I held off talking about like romance and crushes and all that because I know that as soon as I start talking about this stuff, everybody is going to hate me because I'm just not a fan of crushes. Just in general, I avoid them as much as I can, but I have crushed a few times in my life. So I guess I do have a story, and so we will dive right on into that. My first crush was one of my sister's friends. I think I was about 12 years old or so. She was really cool and she was attractive, and I hung out with my sister a lot and some of her friends, and she seemed to not mind me around. One day I was just talking with my dad, and I don't know, I could have been talking about her for 2 hours straight, or I could have just happened to drop her name on whatever we were talking about, but my dad just straight up was like, "You have a crush on her, don't you?" And I was like, "No, I'm pretty sure I don't. It's kind of ridiculous." And as I was leaving, the thought occurred to me, and I was like, holy crap, maybe I do have a crush on her. So I don't even know if this crush was my own idea or if it was somehow put in my head. As time went on, the crush grew and grew, and I convinced myself I was madly in love with her or something, I don't know. I crushed on her for quite some time. It was about 5 years that I had a crush on her. And I didn't really intend on doing anything about it because I was 12 years old. Like, what was a 12-year-old kid gonna freaking do, you know? We weren't gonna get married or anything. I guess I was just hoping that something would happen. But, yeah, so then I got into high school later, and I didn't date in high school because I looked around me at all these cute little relationships that would form and then fall into dysfunction and fall apart, and I figured that no one was really gonna stay together that dated in high school, so why would you do that? Why would you even get involved in the drama? So I held off from that whole scene. It's very easy not to date when you're a nerd and have no confidence. So I was able to sort of, you know, maintain this crush because of that. And then at this point, everybody knew that I had a crush on her. It was just common knowledge. I did tell her once. We were at this pool at this hotel. We were playing and flirting, and flirting got pretty intense, I do have to say. And so I figured this was the moment I was going to do something. Amongst all the chaos of splashing and screaming and small children running around, I just looked at her and I blurted out, "You know I like you, right?" I don't know if she heard me correctly or not, but she was just kind of like, "Yeah," and then that was it. I didn't really follow up on that. I didn't really know what to do. So yes, this carried on, and then one day I was at band camp. And I was practicing the song on the marimba that was super fast and with 4 mallets, and it was extremely impressive. And I always thought while I played it, man, if only she was here, she'd be so impressed with me. And I just wanted to impress her. I was playing the song, and I realized, you know what? I don't really care if she's here. I don't really care if she's impressed with me. And just like that, the crush just dissipated in nothingness, and a huge weight was lifted off my chest, and I felt very at peace with everything. And that was actually a very prolific moment in my life because that's sort of what set me along this path of my current philosophy towards relationships and crushes and romance and all that. I suppose as time goes on and questions get asked and I talk about more topics, that'll be more thoroughly flushed out. But that was just the story of the first time that I had a crush. And it was very long, very drawn out. So that's it. Let me know anything else you want me to talk about, and I will see you guys next week. Alright, have a good one.